Hello, Bridge family. At the Bridge Church, we don't look for volunteers. We look for ministry partners who want to start growing, serving, giving, and discovering the joy that comes from making an impact in the life of someone else. November is the month of Thanksgiving, and it is our sincere pleasure to take this whole month to recognize our valued ministry partners who serve so faithfully and help fulfill our mission. The mission at the Bridge being to be God's bridge to all people, a span across the gap of where you are now to where God created you to be. The saying that the church is more than a building couldn't be more true in 2020. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, social distancing, and in many cases, isolation, we have had to find new ways to do church and be the church. The Bible reminds us that His people, comprised of believers, are to be the light in this world. Part of being that light is serving one another. For example, in Galatians 6:9-10, it says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all people, especially to those who belong to the family of believers." Without our ministry partners, very little of what you experience at the Bridge would be accomplished. Each Sunday this month, you will get to see just a glimpse of the magnitude of what occurs in partnership with our ministry partners. We love you, we appreciate you, and we are humbled by your service. This week, we recognize our elders, deacons, ushers, and our women's advisory and men's advisory boards and events team. Via nomination and election, the Board of Elders serve to provide counsel and assistance to the senior pastor. Another elected group of men and true servants of the Lord, first to arrive and last to leave on a Sunday, ensuring everything is set up and ready to go. Men and women who stand at the doors of the auditorium. They greet people, pass out bulletins, and help attendees find seats. Both the men and women's ministries have advisory boards that help plan and organize events and other opportunities for the men and women of the Bridge. Men and women's events teams help carry out the plans of the women and men's advisory boards, fulfilling the detailed tasks that make the opportunities possible and memorable. Go team!
I started attending the church when I moved to Broward in '93, but it was about '94 that I actually started coming because I had family that was worshiping here.
My wife and I were attending another church, a church actually that we got married at, and a good friend from that church recommended the Bridge.
Dawn Seeley invited me to the church, and I put her off so many times. It was just unbelievable. I got here, and being a prodigal, I wanted to sit in the back of the church, and of course she sat on the front row. So I sat on the front row with her, and I don't remember anything about my first day here because I spent the time crying and getting back with God and just grabbing hold.
I found out about the Bridge by attending a seminary course, and Dr. Milton was one of my professors. And he asked me, and the wife and I say, "Hey, what church do you attend?" I said, "Right now we're looking for a church." And he said, "I have the perfect church for you."
At that time, it was Florida Bible. And Florida Bible felt like home.
We came here and you seeing the multitude of people and then the interaction, the different ethnicity. So we just volunteered and haven't looked back.
I was sitting there, minding my own business, and then I received a tap on the shoulder. When you're sitting in church and you feel that tap, you don't know what it is. So you don't run, you just say, "Yes, Lord." And that's how my serving began. And that was to pass out bulletins at the door. It was simple. I didn't have to sing. I didn't have to preach. It was something that I felt comfortable doing because it was easy. Someone's coming in, you give them a bulletin, you say good morning. That's the job for me, and that's how it started.
I went to the international breakfast that they had with the women's group. And I had shark fin soup. I don't think it was soup. And these women have a heart for God. They have a heart for each other. When they asked me to be on the Women's Advisory Committee, I thought, wow, do they know how outspoken I am? And then I thought, I'm not going to tell them because I want to do it. I want to be with these women. This is an amazing group of women. I've been mentored. I've got to mentor. I've got to listen and encourage. I've been encouraged. They have come around me and held me and helped me through some really bad times.
One lady, as she was attending the Sunday school, after the Sunday school, she stated, Glenn, I just love it. You know, you and the pastors, they're teaching. And she stated that, hey, I have never seen her in a church like this. And she wasn't saved at the time, but to my knowledge now, she have gotten saved. And that my heart was just bubbling over ever since then. That really drew me, you know, to really thank God that the things that we're doing now is just fantastic.
Once you start serving, once you break that ice, you never want to stop because you feel that you're doing the Lord's work, and it's wonderful.
I believe God's gifted us to serve in particular ways, but that doesn't always mean we serve in the same ministry departments. We can use our gifts in a variety of ways, in a variety of places in the church.
As a deacon, we're servants to the people of the church.
Serving in ministry doesn't require a theological degree, just a decision.
I just want for God to say, well done, my good and faithful servant, for what I have done here on earth to upbring the kingdom.
It really feels there's a part of us that God put into us that we need to meet. We need to be together. We need to support each other.
All you got to do is stop, look, and listen. And also, there's 10 two-letter words I like to repeat. If it is to me, it is up to me. And then as a collective, when you volunteer and you see the work that you're doing, you will say, if it is to be, it is up to us.
There are occasions that I think little nuggets that God gives us to encourage us in this long path. And in those moments where He allows someone to say something, or you develop a long-term relationship with somebody and they share, those are the moments where you just take a deep breath and you say, if it's just for that one person, it was worth it. If it was just for that one moment, it was worth it.
I am the bridge.
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 Thank you, elders, deacons, ushers, and our women's advisory and men's advisory boards and events team ministry partners. Please stand if you are present and be recognized.